Hello everyone and welcome to Friday. We're taking a little walk. And it's really not that dark, but it is way too dark for the camera.
It is dusk.
For the phone. The phone is like, oh, I can't see anything, so I have to turn on the light. We had a meeting today, as we do on Fridays. We're going to do Super Mario Galaxy tonight. And I was going over my overlay with the team, and we were looking at the overlay to try and show like who was player one, who was controlling Mario versus who was controlling Luma. And I had some examples of things I had looked at, and Dan was like, what if the person playing as Mario was wearing a Mario hat? I was like, Dan, that is so simple and genius. So after the meeting, we went to Party City and grabbed a Mario hat.
It was definitely for children.
Yeah, it doesn't fit my head good.
I didn't try it on, I should have.
Well, your head is smaller than mine, so you will have a much better shot than I did.
Oh, Lord. Oh, no. Oh, no, Lord. Oh, don't. No. Oh, my God. Oh, this is not good. You have won and you are going to die. You need to get ready to do like a spin. Oh, you're hanging. You're hanging. Press A. Maybe. I think A will pull you up. Oh, Jesus. No. And you're dead. Oh, my God.
So it's a little bit later. We just finished the stream, and I gotta tell you, this is a good video game. I haven't even played a whole lot of this, but this is a very good video game. This is basically just more Mario Galaxy, which is kind of what I suspected, but it good. It good. Over the course of the evening, we were able to collect, how many stars, Mal? Like 7? 7? Maybe 7. And it's fun. It's fun. Did you have any like strong takeaways about anything in particular or no?
It's basically Galaxy 1 with, like, we only got one power-up, the drill one.
Yeah.
Like, that was really cool and innovative.
Yeah.
But it just feels like Galaxy 1, but more. And I liked Galaxy 1, so I'm happy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm super excited to see more of it. We're going to be doing Galaxy 2 for a while, so if you're watching this vlog right now, and you're watching it in the year of our Lord 2023, at least in the first few months, we're probably still streaming it. And we'll be getting that out onto YouTube in the near future. We may try and actually start having episodes come out next week. Probably, actually. I think Dan can handle that because he's getting Stray ready for next week. And we're going to try and do Stray and Galaxy at the same time. So, yeah, that'll probably be out on Steven Plays if you want to watch it episodically. So, cool. I'm happy. I'm like, it's one of those games that's always been like super, super highly rated and I wanted to play and I just never got around to. And, I'm excited about what's ahead. I know that parts of it are going to get hard because parts of Galaxy got hard, but, we'll see how it goes. Before I end off today, I actually wanted to tell a little story. If we rewind and go back to the Party City, we had an experience at that Party City when we were there. We were shopping through the store, and it was pretty quiet inside the store. But we could hear faintly there was some sort of confrontation happening at the register, very faintly, while we were looking around the store because we were trying to find the Mario hat. And we kind of made our way around the store in a U shape. And then by the time we got around to where we found it and we were getting close to the counter, the confrontation that was happening at the counter was starting to get louder and more ridiculous. And like, it's been going on for a while at this point. So we grab the hat and we go and we get in line. And the lady who is in front of us is shouting. I mean, like, shouting loudly at the retail worker, the cashier. And I couldn't quite gather exactly what was the matter, but it sounded as if she had wanted to return something and they were, she was not able to return it because this, that, or the other. And she was throwing, like an absolute fit. And this is the sort of thing that, you occasionally see come across your social media feed. And you're like, oh, a shame that people act like that, but like this was happening right in front of our eyes. And the thing that was so upsetting was, well, there were multiple things that were upsetting. Many things. Where could we start, actually? Because for one, why are you screaming in a store? Why are you raising your voice and doing that? Screaming at a retail worker makes you a piece of crap. Do not do that. Under no circumstances do that. Because for one, the problems that you have are not even directed at that retail worker. The problems that you have are directed at who knows what, your feelings at the time, or a company policy or something. Like, it's not that person's fault. Taking your anger out on them is not going to get you the thing you want any faster. Probably isn't going to get you the thing you want at all. And don't do it, because you should not be a dick. So this woman was, just really like unloading on the cashier about something. And the thing that was another part of this that was so upsetting, besides the cashier just trying to deal with this the best she could and not immediately cry, because any normal person would want to just break down into tears based on what was going on, the woman yelling had a child with her. She had a very small, I don't know how old she was, 7 to 9 year old kid who was just being very quiet and watching her mommy scream her head off in this store about something that did not matter. And by the time we got up to the cash register and we started seeing all this happening, it was like, oh my God, like this is unreal. And we had gotten up in line. There was someone else who was coming up to get in line, and they had been kind of at a distance, and they saw this happening. It was this older woman. She was probably maybe in her 60s or 70s. I don't know. She walked up, walked around the line and walked up to this woman and was like, "Ma'am, you need to lower your voice. You're shouting." And the lady's like, "I'm not shouting. I'm not. She is shouting." He's like, "Ma'am, you are setting a terrible example for your daughter." And like that to me was like the perfect thing to say. And like that hits at, that's not the only problem here, but that hits to like a really big problem in this particular scenario, is that you are, you're making a complete fool of yourself, but also your kid is learning from you. And also, to an extent, your kid probably, especially if she's like 9, your kid's old enough to like look at what's going on and see the other people standing around and like the expression on their faces, and you probably have an idea that your mom is misbehaving. But she told her this. She said, "You're setting a bad example for your daughter." And that woman did not appreciate that, and immediately bit back at the woman that had told her that. And she was like, what did she say? You are not the person to...
It was something, and then it was like, "You don't want to go there."
Oh, that's right. She said, "You don't want to go there." That's right. She said, "You don't want to go there. You don't want to go there about my kid. Don't bring my kid into this. You don't want to go there." Now, I had been quiet, but I was standing behind this woman because she was up at the cash register and I was next in line behind her. And I had seen enough. I was angry, and I said, "I will." And the lady turned around and looked up, because I am a tall man. And it briefly caught her off guard. But she also, at that point, there was multiple other people that had gotten in line, and they were all looking at this woman like, "What are you doing?" And they were starting to talk, right? Because there's a certain point when there's a social situation that you're quiet, but then at a certain point you get mad enough, you start to talk. And if you talk, other people talk, and then other people talk. And you try to do your absolute best to socially shame this individual for this behavior. Anyway, there was more shouting and more screaming. Eventually, the cashier left, which was the right move. And they were talking to the manager and stuff, and then the manager was like, "You come over here and you deal with me." And then they were shouting. It was a whole thing. We got up, since we were next in line, and we spoke to the cashier, And we were like, are you okay? Because that was ridiculous. Hopefully, you didn't do anything wrong. Like, that woman was a piece of work, and this sucks that you have had to deal with this. And she kept her cool. I mean, you could tell she was very rattled, and she's like, I'm good. She's like, I have anxiety, and this sucks. And I was like, this does suck. I am so sorry. She was super young. Mal says she was in high school. She looked very young. And like, I don't know, man. It just made me mad. So the takeaway here in all this, and then eventually we left, and that woman was still in the store dealing with the manager, and I don't know whatever came of that. The takeaway here is, and again, I told the story on stream, and I said the same thing there that I'll say here. I feel very strongly that the folks we have watching, the audience, the community, they're good people. But as we move into 2023, let's continue to do our best to be kind to people and to give people dignity and respect, especially retail workers, especially folks that are working in a store or in a restaurant or in a bank. Anyone that has to deal with a customer, because they don't get paid enough for your crap. They really don't. And it's not their problem anyway. So let's just be mindful of that. And that's something that I think innately that like I do, but also whenever you get a chance to like see an experience like this firsthand and it makes you so mad, it kind of like it raises your alertness to that even more. You're like, I want to make sure that I go above and beyond to try and be as nice to people as I can, because like they don't deserve that. And yeah. Anyway, what a wild way to get this hat. This hat has seen some things. I hope that girl is okay, and hope that she didn't get rattled too much. She deserves a bonus for dealing with a customer like that at all. All right, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Speaking of this hat, and I said it before, but if you didn't see the stream, let me just show you. This hat is definitely for like a child. It's very small. Very small. Like, it fits if I pull it real tight, but it would be better if it was a larger hat. So maybe at some point, if we find a slightly bigger one, then we'll do a slightly bigger one. Although, admittedly, there is some level of humor in seeing me on stream with a very tiny hat, so maybe that's worth something as well. Thank you all so much for watching. Thanks for being here. Also, just want to say that if anyone was here for the first game stream of 2023, thank you. Sincerely appreciate you stopping by. Thank you so much also for the incredible support. Had a lot of support tonight. And stay tuned for more Super Mario Galaxy 2. It seems like it's going to be a really great game. Okay, now I'm done. Thanks for watching. Let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?